Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video based on one of my viewer suggestion. Before I start, I would want to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer that you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So I got a message earlier in the day in one of my videos. It read something like this: love the way you explain the strategies, really nice. Could you make a QQQ? I don't know what a QQQ is. I know what a QQE is. And OSGFC for Heikin Ashi candles with 20 by 200 MAS. That would be amazing. I only use HA candles. HA candles, I think that means Heikin Ashi candles. 20 by 200, I really don't know what the viewer means over here. I remember making a video 20 by 200 SMA. So in any case, so we will assume that the viewer is asking us to use QQE, not QQQ, and OSGFC for Heikin Ashi candles. Based on that feedback, let's just see what we get if we use the indicators and the candles mentioned by the viewer. All right, so the first thing we will do is, from candles we will go to Heikin Ashi candles, HA over here. This will change the view from normal candles to Heikin Ashi candles. For people who are familiar with Heikin Ashi, very good. For people who are not familiar, Heikin Ashi is a different way of looking at candles. It takes away the noise and generally it shows you the way the momentum is building up on one particular side. So it decreases the noise compared to normal candles. All right, so we have shifted the candles from normal candles to Heikin Ashi candles. That's one of the things the viewers wanted. QQE, I think instead of QQE, the viewer has written QQQ, because I don't remember using any QQE, QQQ, triple Q strategy, and the ones I have checked, they don't apply very well for indices. So I think it's QQE. We will use QQE. We are going to be using QQE by Kevin Osblick. I'll leave the name of the creator and the author's name in the comment section so you don't have any difficulty finding it. The settings are very simple. The inputs are all default. In the style section, I have unticked everything. The only thing ticked is uptrend highlighter and downtrend highlighter. That's it. And I've made the color 100% each. I think by default they come at 30%. All right, so only in the style section we have unticked all of this. At the top and bottom, only these two are ticked, and in the input section we have left everything as default. So that is the QQQ at the bottom. At the top, the viewer had mentioned using OSGFC, which is this one. So GFC, when you see the author, it is one-sided Gaussian filter with channels. It's by somebody called Locks. I have made this I think a video on this separately also, so maybe the viewer has picked it up from there. By default it does not look like this. This OSGFC looks by default like this. I will just change the settings. You see there's a whole lot of more information than we actually require. So what I've gone ahead and done is basically taken out the unwanted information, and my settings are these. I don't think I have made any changes in the input section. Input section, to the best of my knowledge, is all default. In the style section, again, I've unticked the plots. Only the GMA is ticked. Bar color is unticked. Long, short is unticked. Labels and values are unticked. So apart from GMA in the style section, everything else is unticked, and I've just made the colors brighter. I've chosen a fluorescent green over here and a very bright red over here. So those are the only changes I have made. Input section is by default what it is. Style section, everything is unticked except GMA. So with that we get what the viewer has requested. I think the last thing that the viewer has requested is 20 by 200 SMA. That's my assumption. If we turn that on, then by using this simple moving averages, there's an indicator where you can have about 10 simple moving averages on the screen. It's by Stocks in Box. We have only used the first two, and we have kept the values at 20 and 200. The 200 is the purple line and 20 is the yellow line. All right. Though I think even though I've used it as suggested by the viewer, I don't think this is required in this kind of a setup. So what we'll go ahead and do is we will make that disappear. We don't need that 20 by 200. All we need is this OSGFC and QQE at the bottom. Now let's see how beautifully they work hand in hand together. You see over here, the red turns into green, bottom it turns into green. Perfect on this dot buy signal. Over here you see green turns to red. At the bottom, green turns to red. On the dot, buy signal, and all, remember, all the settings are default. No changes in default settings. Oh, look at over here. Red turns to green. At the bottom also it's turning into green. Boom. We select over here, we go long. Look at over here. Green turns to red on the top, and at the bottom it's red. It's a shorting opportunity. It's near perfect. They both work hand in glove together. All right. If you see a day before that, only this last bit is a good call. During the course of the day, this would have been a nice shorting opportunity. The two shorting opportunities, not very good long opportunities on the day before. So on and so forth. The more you check, this is a good long call. This is an okay short call. This is a very good short call, but it's at the end of the day at 250. So generally I don't take a trade over there. This is a good long call over here. The call comes in early and then it retests it. Here your view would have been tested and then it goes up high. Over here, you see, perfect. The timing is near perfect. On top it turns from green to red. At the bottom it turns from green to red. Near perfect. All right. Very good short call over here. Green turns into red. Bottom is red. It's a beautiful short call. Here you see the red turns to green. Bottom also red turns to green. A beautiful long call. Good day to trade this day. So on and so forth. Over here also you see good long call. This is a good long call. This is a good short call over here. Green turns to red on top. At the bottom also green turns to red. Perfect short call over here. Red turns to green on top. Red turns to green at the bottom. Perfect long call. What a beautiful day to trade this is. That is the 18th of July. Perfect day to trade. Two beautiful up and down movements could have been captured. So I hope guys that you are able to see what this viewer was wanting or suggesting. I don't think I've understood fully what he or she wanted, but I think more or less this is what the viewer wanted to see, how they'll work together. So I thought I'll share it. So again, in summary, what we have done over here is we have shifted from normal candles to Heikin Ashi candles. We are using two indicators. One is OSGFC. I'll leave the name of the indicator and the author below. With one-sided Gaussian filter. Creator is locks. I've already shown you my settings. I'll show you the settings once again. Everything is unticked. Input section is all default. Over on the style section, everything is unticked apart from GMA. I've made the green fluorescent red, bright red. That's it. That's my OSGFC setting. At the bottom, it's QQE setting. Again, input section is all default, and style section, all of this is unticked. Only two things are ticked: uptrend highlighter and downtrend highlighter. That's it. Everything else is unticked. I've made them darker. This by default I think comes at 30. I've taken it to 100. Red also I think by default comes at 30. I've taken it to 100 so that it's a little more visible, and we get this setup. All right, this setup, if you can see in terms of candles, Heikin Ashi candles, in terms of colors, it's almost near perfect. It's taking out the noise from normal candles and it's showing you a view that is easy to kind of analyze an action. All right, so I hope this viewer suggestion is good for the rest of us. I hope this video was useful to you in some form or the other. Maybe you learned something new. It's good to see people appreciating my work. So that's another good sign. So guys, we'll end the video over here. I hope this video was useful to you in some form or the other. If you learned something new, then please like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with your family and friends. Also subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description below. Please give this video a like, a thumbs up. That helps the channel grow. Leave a nice comment if possible. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.